Hello, this is the instructions for LED Fantastic's 5mm LED 12 volt kit. In the kit you get 1.4 meters of wire, 3 LEDs, blue in this case, one 82 ohm resistor and a pair of power connectors. You'll also need some wire strippers and snips of some kind. These are combined both. A pair of scissors, screwdriver, some solder and some insulation tape. Soldering iron and some form of matting to protect the dining table or whatever you're going to use. Don't get yourself in trouble. So what we're going to do to start with is take the resistor and join it to the positive, which is the long leg of one of the LEDs. I'm going to pinch these two together and twist the resistor around the long leg. I'm then going to solder that in place. Okay, and the way we put the solder on is we heat the twisted wires together and melt the solder onto the joint bands very quickly. There we go. And you can perhaps see the solder has gone right into the joint, it's gone silvery. Okay, so the power is going to go in through the resistor into the long leg and out the short leg. So what we're going to do now is take the wire, unroll it and fold it just about in half. I'm then going to snip it halfway and put one of the halves to one side. I'm then going to cut off about 10 to 12 centimeters of wire. Do that twice. So I should have one long piece and two shorter pieces. Okay, I'm now going to bare one of the ends of one of the shorter pieces, about 1.5 centimeters. Twist the cover as you pull it off. Same on the other end. Twist. If you've got any left over at the end, just twist it between your finger. You want to get rid of all the loose strands. And then we'll do the same with the short wire. If you pull off the sheath without twisting, don't worry. What I do is gently hold the exposed strands in one hand and just twist the whole wire. The wire slips through your hand, but actually through your fingers, but actually goes twisty. And while we're at it, we're going to bare the ends of the other bit of that first half. Okay. Right, so we've got the bared wires. Just put the connectors over there out of the way. So we're going to put the end of one of the ends of the long wire onto the resistor, the other end of the resistor. The resistor, by the way, doesn't mind which way you fit it in the circuit. It can go either way around, it doesn't mind at all. The LEDs, they mind, but we'll come to that later. Okay, so we've twisted that. We're going to apply a little heat and a little solder, and there you go. Again, that's really tight. So next we will one of the shorter pieces, just twist around the shorter leg, which is the negative leg. Let's solder that in place. This will now connect to the longer leg of the second LED. Just bending the legs apart a bit just to make it easier to get in. So there we've got there. Solder this. It's important you don't put too much, don't have the soldering iron on the LED for any longer than you need to. They don't like more than about 5 seconds of high temperature. You can find out more details about this on the website. So as soon as you see the solder melt, you really want to be taking the soldering iron away and the heat away from the LED. But you see how quick it actually goes, so it shouldn't take anywhere near 5 seconds, 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the final LED. We're putting this short wire again to the long leg. We're putting the heat on, and then we're just putting a little solder in there, and we're nearly there. Okay, so we've got 3 LEDs joined in like that. The power is coming from your power source, we'll do that in a bit, into the resistor, into the long leg, out the short, into the long leg, out the short, into the long leg, out the short. We're going to get the other half that we discarded earlier, put to one side, bare both ends of that, twist them up, one of them will twist around the final short leg of the final LED and solder that in. Get the solder ready first so I'm not putting too much heat in the LED. Put the heat on, apply the solder, job done. Okay, and then finally we've got a positive and we've got a negative. We're going to join those into our power plug. Fold them in half just for strength. Fold them in half, and then they're going to go into the back of the plug here. You might need to unscrew these a little just to give yourself enough room. Sometimes they come screwed up, sometimes they don't. The screwdriver is a little fragile. Okay, so insert one in there. See if I can do it without. Actually, I've got a better screwdriver over here. It's older, but it's more faithful. There we go. And we'll put the other wire into the other side of the plug. It doesn't matter which way round you join the wires into the plug. If you connect an LED circuit like this the wrong way round, if it's the wrong way round, it won't work. But it won't do any harm. If it's the right way around, it'll work straight away. So I've got some power here, and basically I've joined in one of the other side of the power sockets into my power here. This is going off to a 12 volt adapter, and we will just connect those two together. If it doesn't work that way, then you can be sure that it will work that way. And there you go, 5mm 3 blue LEDs, 5mm LEDs in a 12 volt circuit. The last thing we need to do is to insulate. You don't want any of these metal bits touching each other like that or joining together. You'll get short circuits which will either fry your circuit straight away or seriously cut down the lifetime of your LEDs. So the way that I choose to insulate LEDs is like this. Put that between the two electrodes and just fold it over. There you go. You can choose to do it any way you like. The important bit is that no bits of metal are showing, so that no bits of metal can touch. So that's one. If we were doing the resistor, we'd want an extra long piece because you want to cover the whole of the resistor, all of the metal. It's a bit more awkward the longer it is, but again, if you're not trying to do it on camera, it'll probably be far less awkward. There you go. Can't see any metal there. Obviously to finish this I'd want to do this one and these two, but let's just plug it in and leave you with 3 5mm LEDs and a 12 volt with a 12 volt power supply.